Evo nas nazad na 102.5 FM, ovdje s nama u kući DJ Sani, ali i Jeru The Damaja. Yep. Welcome to Croatia, welcome to Yama FM. How you doing?
What's good? I heard coochie in there, son.
Hey, there you go. That's how you start off right.
I'm good, brother. How you doing? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, thank you, man. You caught me off guard right there.
I know.
Coochie, it means in the house.
Exactly.
Hey, man, that's how you
coochie is exactly what it means, in the house. I stay in the coochie always, V.
Hey, you gonna make these people start Googling coochie, what it means.
Thank you for coming through, man. What a way to start the show. I'm so happy to have you in Croatia.
So happy to be here.
This is your 5th time in Croatia.
Something like that, 4th, 5th, something.
Yeah, you were here in 99 even back then.
99, yep.
Bro, so big
shout out to Phat Phillie.
That's who I wanted to shout out. Big shout out to Phat Phillie who made all this happen here as well in the Croatian scene. So many proper hip-hop artists that he got here, just like yourself.
Yeah, he's the OG of this. I thought I came in 2011. He came in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, he's the OG of this, man. He discovered out here.
I've been coming out here for a minute. Like I said, I like the vibe out. If I lived like 200 years ago, I'd be like an old-timey adventurer. You know, one time Chuck D called me the hip-hop Magellan. You know what I'm saying? So I like to move around and see what's going on.
We have a rapper in Croatia called Magellano as well, which means Magellan. And he also is a world traveler of that vibe. So it's interesting you mentioned that. But interestingly, you performed in 5 different cities in Croatia now in the last 5 days. In libraries.
Right.
And what's interesting for me is you went to cities that not a lot of artists usually go to.
I know, like Vukovar, Osijek. You know.
I could see in the videos it meant so much to them.
And it meant a lot to me as well because, listen, I really appreciate hip-hop and the life that it has afforded me and the chance that it has given me to connect with people. You know what I mean? And to actually show people something about, who I am as a human being and the life lessons that I have learned. And I can share that with them to maybe foster some greater understanding between human beings.
That's a beautiful way of putting it. Definitely. And you want to say something?
No, definitely. I was going to say, I'm like in my 30s, but I was going to say just looking back at hip-hop, how, especially from our culture, that we were able to create something and actually prosper and make, livelihood, get people's livelihood in our culture together and bring it to, to the state that you're in now where you can actually live from it and travel the world.
Right, and this is what I was trying to share with them at the library. It's like, look, hip-hop is a music of struggle, and that's why it was embraced by countries like this and everywhere in the world. It's the biggest music in the world. If you look at any type of music, it's influenced by hip-hop. But I also wanted to show them that, look, you can have nothing, but it don't mean like it got to stay that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could take nothing and turn it into something, and something that's lucrative and productive and uplifting to your own personal life. I'm not even talking about a greater message for anybody else, right? Just for yourself to evolve and advance. And that's what I wanted to share with people because I think people forget, and today, especially today with the internet and all that stuff, everybody's always comparing themselves to this person, and people think you have to have this or you have to have that. So I think that mindset actually stops you from getting, because you're trying to follow what someone else is doing instead of just listening to yourself and going your own path, and know that you might not get that $1 billion or whatever instantly like that, but it's the time on the grind that makes it worth the while. You learn, you grow, and then when the time is right, because everything happens in its own time, you're gonna get that. And the main part too is that life is for living.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Life is for living.
Yes, but back in the day, hip-hop, you were embraced by originality, right? You had to stand out in front of the crowd, but now it seems like people are kind of mimicking each other and thinking what's working and let's replicate that and, try to, be a star from it.
Right. That was the whole basis of it. Like I was telling people recently, we were talking about like back then, right now you see people standing on lines for Jordans. Whole lines to get the new Jordans. When I grew up, if somebody came to school with those Jordans one day and you came the next day, you was a biter. It wasn't even fresh. It wasn't even fly.
Exactly.
Unless y'all came to school the same day and y'all both happened to have that on.
Yeah.
Other than that, you was bitten. It was always like who did it first.
Exactly.
And it was always about being original and then trying to, like, for instance, today a lot of the records, you see an album and it's just all collaborations. It's just 100% collaborations. So when we were growing up, and not to say that our time is better, even though it was, when we were growing up, you didn't rap with people that wasn't really in your crew like that. Even if y'all was homies, they had crew in your crew, and that's how y'all did it, you know. But so it's definitely about originality, and that's why it evolved.
Yep.
Because if everybody's trying to be different, then it's going to evolve. If everybody's going to do the same thing, it's going to become a factory assembly line.
Yep. Stagnant.
Yep.
Yep.
I do. To keep things positive, though, I think there's a lot of like really interesting hip hop coming out recently. I think maybe with the internet, there's a lot of copycat stuff, especially in the industry. But I feel like in the underground, something's bubbling, and my guess is that something like that's gonna rise again.
Oh well, Jeru The Damaja new album is coming out on May 24th, 2024, and it's definitely gonna be something to look. It's my best work that I've ever done.
Okay.
It's the most unique sound that I've heard so far in the last years, and it's hip hop. So yeah, it's a lot of things. You know what I'm noticing a lot of nowadays? Christian rap. Like I'm seeing that online.
I've seen that too.
Because people are tired of everything else.
Yeah,
you have the extreme opposite. You have straight up devilish lyrics. Sex, come on. One broad's got a lip gloss called gonorrhea.
No, stop playing.
and period and stuff like that. Like, come on. You need Christian rap right now, or everybody's gonna go to hell and hang themselves.
You need cleanses.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Exorcist in there. Exorcism, that's what it is.
Yeah, could be. There's a whole lot of everything going on right now. But I want to talk with you about longevity. And funny enough, a month ago, that in the very seat where you're sitting, were the Souls of Mischief. They were here on our show, and I asked them the same question. They're doing world tours right now. You know, their music, their most famous music came out in the 90s, but with time, they just kept getting more popular, more young people attending their shows as well. And I saw on your Instagram that you guys met in Madrid as well.
We didn't meet, I brought them out.
Oh, you brought them out?
Yeah, I brought them out to Madrid, and I brought them out to Barcelona because I have my own party I've been doing for 7 years called Do the Right Thing, where I had Ghostface, Jizza, Das Effects, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, whoever you could think of, Souls of Mischief. I had them before, Camp Low, Group Home, Beat Nuts. So I've been doing that for a minute now. And I've been on tour for the last 30 years. Like, I've never stopped being on tour. I've been doing 100 shows a year for almost 30 years.
Wow.
You know, and that trend is the new trend where the younger people now are coming to the shows because I've seen it go through all of the stages. I've been in the joint for 32 years. But it's not that really amazing or whatever, because how old is Mozart? Or all of this other stuff is just that it's just a lot of garbage now, fly-by-nights. So, but the real stuff with the real substance, and not only just substance, musicality, originality, and all of those different things is gonna last. It's quality. That's right. The word I want to use. The quality. Something that's quality is going to last for a long time. Something that's cheap and thrown together is going to fall apart soon. Like a lot of these artists, let's talk about the last 10 years. You could talk about a lot of artists. They're not going to be here in 20 years now. Nobody's going to know who they are. They're still going to know who Jeru The Damaja is. They're still going to know Souls of Mischief, Lord of the Underground, Beat Nuts, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. That's going to be forever.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't just say the last 10 years. I would say, you know, a lot of artists from the 2000s. Where are they now? And I'm not talking about the big stars. Obviously, you've got the 50 Cents, the Kanyes, etc.
But it was a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then you also have to remember though, that the 50 Centses and the Kanyes and all of them, they were raised on the era before, and they've been doing it before. They
true.
was doing it from the 90s.
Yeah, they were doing it from.
They just got.
They perfected it in the 2000s.
Yeah.
They just got their chance and they blew.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's you know, with especially the entertainment game in general, it's about skills, but it's about luck too. Like, and most of this is what it is with these today is they just getting by on straight luck. You know, it's a one-time thing and then boom, it's no real skills involved. It's nothing. And also, I think what was part of that is that we had a different work ethic because we couldn't just pick up a laptop and make something in your bedroom. You had to really, 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 and not saying that some people in their bedroom are not really, really, really working on their craft.
Yeah.
But nowadays you could just go online, oh, give me this type of beat, give me that type of beat, rap on it, do TikTok, maybe go viral. People see, say, oh, well, they got 10 million, they got 20 million, they got whatever, give them a check that. But they don't have any grooming. They don't have any, that's what A&R was for, the artist and repertoire, one to teach you how to speak and to help you craft your image. I think nowadays it's all about the image only, you know, not about rapping. I see half of these people out here can't even rap. Like if they doing it live, they either got the vocals playing in the background or they running out of breath and all of that. I've been doing this, I'm 52 years old. I ain't run out of breath yet. You know what I mean?
I was about to say a good example of that was, no disrespect to her because she's really talented.
Ice Spice?
Nah, Ice Spice, but Summer Walker.
Oh, Summer Walker.
In the beginning, you see she wasn't even staring at the crowd because she was so nervous. She
Right.
got trained
that goes with time.
Exactly. She never got that conditional training and breath control and look at the stage interacting with the crowd, you know. She had to progress gradually until she got to comfortable.
Because they not real MCs. I mean, they didn't do the training. We did that training on the street. You was rapping on the block, on the corner, all of that. And not to say, I don't want to disrespect and say they not real MCs. They not seasoned MCs.
Gotcha.
They not seasoned entertainers. So I remember, I'm not going to lie, the first time I was on tour with Gangstar, the very first tour we were in the States, it was Gangstar and EPMD and the Hit Squad was the tour. And that was in 1992. And, you know, I used to have to wear, because we in these big arenas. We in Buffalo, so we in the stadium with what's the name of the ice hockey team? The Sabres or something like. I don't know too much about ice hockey, but
Or like Penguins or something?
no, I think it's something with a Buffalo because it's Buffalo.
Okay.
But anyway, the point is that we in these huge arenas with all of these people, just like you see today, the huge arenas. So I used to wear sunglasses at first. But at least I knew to wear sunglasses because, looking at the crowd, it wasn't that I was nervous. It was that it was confusing.
Got you.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people don't realize, like me and Psycho Les from the Beat Notes was talking about that. Like, when you up there, you know, you watching everybody and something could throw you off because all types of things be going through your head. You know, it'd be like, oh, look at this dude. He looked like a Martian. or look at this person. Or look, that person is really into it. So if you're not paying it, so at this points, when you drift off, it happens to me sometimes. I'll drift off thinking about what's happening. Then I'll come back and you would never know because it's only a microsecond. But if you're not trained, you're not going to see that. And you'll drift right off into what's going on out there in the crowd.
But what you think about this trend now? I see a lot of crowd people in the audience are throwing water bottles at artists.
Oh, you're going to get punched in the face. That's what, well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that's what used to happen.
Yeah.
Because you throw a water bottle, that's disrespectful.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think that people are just doing that because people been doing shit like that.
Yeah.
I got it on video where this was in Madrid not too long ago, about 6 years ago, I guess, right before the pandemic. I was with the Beat Nuts, I'm performing. Some dude threw a bottle at me and I swerved it and kept rapping.
Oh, really?
because I'm used to that. I know, and I see where it came, and I threw it back and hit him in the nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, people are stupid. They just want to become viral. They just want attention. That's why they doing that. What are you throwing a water bottle? You throw something at somebody when you don't like them.
Yeah.
But these people are just trying to get attention.
Yeah.
And that's what that's about.
It's pretty sad. I also wanted to ask you just earlier, I mean, you control the crowd really well. I looked at all the stories and the videos and the shows, and you have a very good, like, back and forth with the crowd. Do you think you were a natural showman, or did it all take practice, or is it a combination?
It's a combination. It's a combination. You know, I know what to do now, and I know some people might not know what they want from the crowd, but what is an MC? An MC is the master of ceremonies, the one who's in control of it. Rakim said, for me, MC means move the crowd. So you have to know what you want to accomplish when you get on that stage. I know what I want to accomplish when I get on that stage, and I'm fortunate to have been on stage with incredible performers. My man Guru is an incredible showman, incredible performer, and incredible MC. So I've been on stages and on the sidelines with some of the best. EPMD, some Keith Murray, people who have incredible shows. And what that comes from to me is that what happened is when you dealing with a lot of dope acts and you want to be the best. And what happened to me was, it was me and Biggie. I just had my single out. I think Biggie probably had a single out. I'm not even sure. We were in D.C., and we were performing, and KRS-One shows up. And everybody knows that KRS-One, he shuts it down. Yeah. And I'm young. I'm 21 years old. I've been watching KRS-One for years. I know how he moves. I know how he does. So the promoter was like, listen, KRS-One, because I was supposed to be the headliner. He said, KRS-One something. KRS-One came, and he's just going to jump on. And he said he don't mind, you know, even though he's KRS-One, he'll still let you be the headliner. And he'll go before you. I was like, no, sir. You know what I mean? I'm scared. Like, I don't want KRS-One to. So I did my thing, and it rocked. And then KRS-One, he did his thing, he rocked. And I thought to myself, after that, I felt like a real sucker. So I said to myself that it doesn't matter whoever comes, Michael Jackson, whoever. I'm gonna go on, be able to go on after anybody. Yeah. And that's what I've worked to develop. And every MC has their own style. When you see dudes do their shows, if you see the Far Side do their show, it's different than when you see Jeru The Damaja does his show. It's the same energy, it's the same crowd control and all of that, but it's just done in different ways. And I like to use my platform to be humorous as well. Because I think the world doesn't laugh enough. You know, some people might not like it. Some people might like, oh man, he was talking too much. Then go home. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was incredible because me, I don't try to please everybody. If there's 100 people in the room and 70 is cool, I won. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. If 50, I won because you can't please everybody. And that's it. So it's so to get back to the main question before I went all off, that it's a combination of both. It's because it's like you can have natural ability at basketball or anything, karate, but if you do that 30 years practice with the natural ability, you're gonna be even better. It's called mastery.
I have nothing to add. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge as well. We're going to make a quick musical break. We're going to listen to your song called Invasion, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. Vraćamo se za 3 minute. Slušamo Invasion od Jeru The Damaja i nastavljamo sa intervjuom.
Banger after banger. Na 102.5.
Evo nas nazad na 102.5 sa Jeru The Damaja i DJ Sani. We're back. I actually have a fan question for you right now.
Okay.
It came through. Shout out Def Guru 97. So he says, can y'all ask Jeru to say something interesting about his beginnings and relationship with Gang Starr?
Man, I just told you that, but it's so many stories. I mean, I knew Guru since I was about 18 or 19, and yeah, we should just hang out. Really, I knew him because a dude I went to high school with, my man Shab, Sandro Castro, that's a very, I mean, what they really want to know, something interesting. Yeah, I don't know, homie, what you want to know, but like, what do they mean? Tell them, they texting you that?
They text me that, but I don't think.
Tell them, if they listening, tell them text you a more specific question.
Maybe how y'all met.
All right, so that I can tell you that. I met through my man Little Dap and my man DJ Tommy L.
Oh, mutual friends.
Yeah, and my guy Shab, who I went to high school with, his cousin was in one version of Gang Starr, because there's many different versions of Gang Starr. Okay. The DJ Premier version is like the third or fourth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, so and he was like, yo, my cousin or my man, he coming up to New York. He living in New York. Brooklyn. Guru was living in Brooklyn at that time first, and then he moved up to the Bronx. So yeah, we met through a mutual friend.
Got you.
We met through a mutual friend, and
y'all instantly clicked then after.
I started hanging out more. You know, I was into different stuff. I was into the streets, to be honest. Like I could always rap dope, but I was into the streets because I felt like I had to be, not because I really had to be. Nobody really has to be in the streets, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was more in the streets, but we started really hanging after the Manifest video.
Gotcha.
That's when I met Premier and we talked about some stuff, because I used to hang out more with Blase, my man, MC Out Loud. I used to sell books, me, True Master, the Genius, Rakim, and all of those guys. I knew those guys. I used to hang with those guys real tight before it was a Wu-Tang Clan and all that. I remember when the RZA told me, yo, I'm gonna make the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, so I used to sell books, me, Master Killer, my man Afu Ra, my man Ash, Afu's brother Sid, and used to be the Jizza, as y'all know him now. We used to call him Justice or Genius. And Rakim, it's the RZA. So yeah, that was like 89, 90, something like around that time.
Did that kind of like motivate you when you see all these people that you associate with are like coming up? And
we were all doing it together at the same time.
Okay, good.
So it was it all happened at the same time. Like when Come Clean dropped, I think this is the same year as Protect Your Neck.
Yeah.
And we all did it pretty much in the same way. We pressed up our own records.
That's dope.
And yeah, so it was like we knew, even though the Jizza had a record already. He had a record already, and so did Rakim.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had records already before that, but it wasn't like how it is now. You know, you get a record and you just instantly blowing up. You get a record deal and things. It was no internet.
Yeah.
It wasn't that easy. You had to work hard.
You had to work hard. You had to dig, right?
Had to work hard.
I feel you.
Before, like, I also wanted to ask you, before your, okay, so you had your first two albums, Sunrise in the East, Wrath of the Math. Hip hop was really kicking down doors. Your sound was raw. These albums for sure also laid the foundation for your future. You went to do solo stuff as well. Kept on making albums. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to know, like, so young Jeru, when did young Jeru start rapping? How was this? Did this just?
I started rapping since I was 8 years old, bro. I've been rapping for almost over 40 something years. Like 43 years, 45 years almost. Because it's just what we did. It's just what we did. My aunt taught me how to rap, and not really taught me, but she was doing she's 5 years older than me. She was doing some stuff. She had some friends who were DJs and this and that. So I would go to the block parties with them and blah, blah, blah. And so I've been doing it. It's my culture. Like, really my culture, you know what I mean? Like, it was before, it wasn't even thinking about no records or nothing like that. Just doing natural. It. It's just doing it. Just like you rode on trains, just like you could pop, you could do a couple moves, because it's just what we did. It was like coming outside and playing.
As soon as you opened your eyes to the world, that was the way that you expressed yourself, basically.
But more than that, it's just what you did. It's like kids today play Fortnite. We rapped. Okay. It was like that. It wasn't about even really expressing yourself. It was like just what you did. This is what we were doing. It's like the kids out here today, they do TikToks. We rapped. We rode on trains. That's why it's called hip hop culture, because it was the culture of New York City.
Yeah,
that's what hip hop was and still is. It's urban New York City culture, graffiti, breaking all that. It's just what you did. It wasn't like, oh, we gonna do this no. You call your man like, yo, I'm gonna go to the train or whatever. Yo, I got this marker. You want to get up? Yeah, you know. Oh, we battling on the corner. Dudes standing around and, you know, hitting a garbage can rhyming. Or we shooting dice and then somebody start rhyming, and it goes from that to that. And after that, oh, we got the 40s now. Just get a couple blunts. Boom. Then y'all start rhyming for hours and hours. It's just what we did. It was like playing. It's like I said, I compare it to kids playing Fortnite or whatever the popular video game is. That's what it was for us. We just came outside and we did that. That's what we were doing. You know, when you grow up before the internet, before a lot of things, it was a lot of things we did. We skateboarded. We played outside.
Yeah.
And so it was just like playing any other game.
Yeah. Hypothetical question, maybe trick question. If Jeru The Damaja was born in 2001, would he gravitate towards music, or what do you think?
Who knows? I don't answer hypothetical questions because that shit has no purpose.
Well,
you know, I don't know who I would be because I would be somebody different. I wouldn't be me if I was born in 2000. I would be somebody different, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So who knows what it's gonna be like?
Yeah.
Because you shaped by everything that you
consume.
But I was gonna ask you, who shaped you in your young age though? Like who inspired you growing up? Like what were you influenced by?
So many different things.
Yeah.
My mother, my father, my school, my friends, church.
Music wise.
Yeah. Man, it was so many different. Boy George, Stevie Wonder, Hall & Oates. But MC wise, Super Rhymes, Cool G Rap, Houdini, Fat Boys. There's a lot. They were Houdini. Fat Boys was from my neighborhood, East New York. Houdini was from Brooklyn. Super Rhymes was from East New York, Linden Plaza, Jimmy Spicer. So that Clevie D, he was just an MC from around the way.
Yeah.
Like, so I had so many different influences and things like that.
Gotcha.
But rap-wise, definitely my favorite MC is Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Rakim, Fat Boys, Houdini, Juice Crew, the whole Juice Crew, MC Sham, Marley Marl, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
The Pumpkin All Stars. We are the Pumpkin All Stars. Like, yeah, it's so many different people. Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, everybody.
Gotcha.
Like everybody who was an MC.
You got any current favorite ones right now? Like who are currently rapping? That you
Nah.
Not even Kendrick and Cole?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, they good, but I'm Jeru The Damaja.
All right.
And I'm an MC.
Fair play.
And I'm an MC. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not good.
Yeah.
That's not what you asked me about favorites.
Yeah, I get it.
They're better than most of the other people. 100%. They're better than most. But I judge MCs as MCs.
Gotcha.
I'm like, like, for me, this is how I judge it. To me, what makes it gotta make me wish I said that. For me to be like, ooh, it's gotta be something I wish I said. And unfortunately, a lot of things that they say I already said first.
Yeah.
So.
Really, nobody?
Not now. I mean, they're good, but not now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite MC right now.
Cool. That's honest.
My favorite MCs are the same ones. That before. No, you know who else? No, I'm gonna tell you who I like too. Damn, what's that brother name, man? He's actually dope.
Where's he from?
I'm drawing a blank. When I think of it, it's probably gonna come up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you, but I mean, like I said, I judge MCing as MCing.
Gotcha.
I listen to the styles, the flows, and all of that, and the subject matter.
Gotcha.
And so, like I said, I'm not saying that those guys are not. What's his name? Something Jenkins.
Mick Jenkins.
He's dope.
He's really dope.
Yeah.
He's really
See?
I like him a lot. I play him on the show.
See, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said, it's not that I'm not taking away from brothers at all. I think that brothers are dope. But you said favorite. That's two different things.
Yes.
Being dope and being my favorite.
Yeah, it's
different.
It's two different things, right?
I'm with you.
We with you. We completely understand. Nah, cool.
So they're gonna be, oh my God, he said he don't like Kendrick Lamar. No, I didn't say that. I'm just talking about, but that's how people take things, right?
I hope they don't make a TikTok out of this. Listen to the whole interview.
Oh no, but that's why I made sure to say, like I said,
Yeah.
I think they're dope.
Yeah. For sure.
I think they're dope. And at the same time, though, 90% of it is whack at what's going on. So if you get something if we do something that's super whack, something that's dope is gonna look super dope.
True.
Yeah.
Like if everything is super whack, something that's even halfway dope is gonna look super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me, I try to listen to things, and when somebody say something like I wish I said, then I'm be like, oh, that's dope. Because that's how it was for us with myself, with Guru, and all of us, is that we would try to every MC, you was trying to always outdo the other MC. So to outdo them, you had to recognize their dopeness.
Yeah.
Like you had to be like, oh wow, all right, he said that, then I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I
What
wish
can I
made
say
that
dope?
up.
Right.
Yeah,
What can
yeah.
I say doper than that now?
Yeah.
And that's so I don't really find that too much.
I got a question too. How do you feel? Okay, when we talk about hip hop and people taking it to the next level, how you feel when you see like Jay-Z, right? Coming from, like
We used to ride in the van together.
Really?
On promo tour. Jay-Z was on Payday first.
wow.
My first day, JD was on Payday first, but go ahead.
No, I'm about to say like how you feel seeing him taking it to like being the billionaire and taking it to another level.
I mean, that's good for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's good for him. I mean, that's cool. It's always when you see anybody doing anything that's great, you could take it one way, two ways. You could be jealous, or you could take it as an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I take it as an inspiration, but at the same time, I really don't care what's in another nigga pocket.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like we don't watch that.
Yeah.
And that's I shouldn't have said the N-word on this white people radio station. but like I always say the guys out here in Croatia and in the Balkans, they the niggas of Europe anyway, so I'm just saying, get it out there.
We were just saying that in the car.
Yeah.
We were just saying that in the car.
So I see, but just my code is you don't watch what the other person is doing too much. Yes, an inspiration,
Yeah.
definitely. That's great. It's great that a brother could be a billionaire.
I meant by like taking this talent that's built by the culture and actually
Listen, but it's always been $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
It's always been a $1 billion industry. Look, guys like Luke and all of those guys, or guys that were selling records out of their trunks, making $100 million. So it's always been that. It's just once it started to really make money, then they started, put a little hole on it.
Yeah, I get
the industry.
Yeah, I get
Now it's all the industry. Remember, hip hop used to be mostly all independent labels, just with distribution deals with major labels. Now it's like they just took everything,
Yeah.
and allow Spotify and all that to give you a piece of a penny.
Yeah.
I see all of these people on there like Spotify showing them. I mean, I did it the first time because it was new.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it another year because it don't make no sense. What I'm celebrating getting 3 points of a penny, and this the difference between me and a lot of different artists is that, I own my publishing and all that, so I'm gonna always get money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always get paid.
Yeah.
My 3 cents is I looked at the stats on Spotify. It's only like a 5% of people actually making over $50,000 a year on Spotify, something like that. Some incredibly low amount, and I'm actually in that tier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, if they say, all right, people listen to your joints 17 million, 30 million times, imagine if you was getting 50 cents. A quarter.
Yeah. What that would mean.
Yeah.
A quarter 17 million times is a lot of bread.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's 4 times less. It's 3 times less than $17 million.
And imagine your song being worth just a quarter for someone hearing it. I see even a quarter is too little.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's way a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to what you getting.
What you get now. Yeah, that's true.
So and just think, if every dollar you made, I made a quarter on that, that's good. That's good. That would be good. Like if you had a product that sold millions of every quarter is good. You would still be a millionaire. You would still be a multi-millionaire.
It's very hard from this position to even imagine if it will ever get to that kind of level of distribution.
Again, because that's what it was like before. Before, you made more money.
So how do we cut the middleman?
Well, at this point, if it's really the people, because the people could buy the record if they want to. They don't gotta stream it. They don't gotta give their money to Spotify. They choose to do that. They could go buy your music. They can go to Apple and purchase it.
Yeah.
For the $1 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they made it very convenient for people to just stream music.
Right, but then people say, and then they listen.
That's the state. It's what I'm saying.
When you give it, well, this is the thing, bro. Nothing ever goes back to what it was. Nothing ever goes back to what it was. It's no. And if you're gonna cut out the middleman, it's a lot of guys cutting out the middleman. There's a lot of ways to cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
But people are still not gonna buy the record the same way because they've been conditioned to do this. They'd rather pay Spotify this much and have access to unlimited, because you see, the thought of unlimited is what gets people.
Yeah.
Because you can't listen to unlimited music.
Yep.
Even if you look at that Spotify rap thing, and it tells you how many hours or days, they said people spent 91 years listening to my music last year. So, and that's just listening to my music. 91 years. How much music can you really actually listen to? That's why they skipping everything. That's why songs are short. That's why before you might have had 10 albums that you liked. 5 albums, and then that was in rotation, or 10 or whatever it was. But because first of all, records wasn't coming out every single month. Well, they were, but not like how it is now, and then they go away fast.
Yep.
The record is here, but then it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's good. It's just a way to definitely take away the financial power of the artist, and most time the artists, if we let's make it real, are people of color or people of some type of situation where if they had that money, it would change their whole financial situation. And they giving people money, don't get me wrong, but they giving people money who's not gonna do nothing with it, who's gonna spend it all, give it right back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you cut the middleman, but that's the people. You can't blame the store owner for the products that he sells or the prices that he sells them at. But it's up to you to buy it. If you love the artist so much, then buy their record. Fuck streaming it. You have to stream it. You could buy it once for 99 cents, or you could stream it how many times at 0.3 cents of a penny to get $1.
Yeah.
You know?
Good point. Good point. Great answer. Thank you very much for your insight. We're coming towards the end of the interview. I do have some more fan questions.
Okay.
And some more stuff related to your life in Europe now. So,
all right, because I got a spread soon.
Yeah. So, shout out Andrew from Canada is tuned in. He's asking how the graphic novel is coming along.
Oh, that's Andrew Burroughs?
That's right. That's him.
See, that's my number one fan.
Is it? Yeah.
In the world. Shout out to my brother Andrew Burroughs, man. He's a great supporter. The graphic novel is coming. Great, Andrew. I'm working on a new album that's gonna drop, so I had to take some time off with that. But the story has developed. I'm still working on a deal for the graphic novel. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
yeah, just working. It's coming though. But you see, I knew who it was, right?
Yeah.
Soon as you said Andrew Canada, that's Andrew Burroughs.
That's Andrew Burroughs. Yeah, he said he's from Canada.
Yeah. I personally know him, actually.
That's dope.
I've met him on several occasions, his brother and everything.
The different shows and stuff.
Yeah, different shows, Toronto and Opera House, different places.
That's nice that you have that type of connection with your fans. I wanted to ask you, when I watched your, it was during COVID, I watched your NPR Tiny Desk concert. Really cool that they reached out to you. There's a lot of really cool artists on that. You made your own little Tiny Desk situation in your own apartment, and that's the first time I realized that you live in Berlin. So that you actually moved to Berlin, or did you just own a property in Berlin?
I was living in Berlin for like 6 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're back in the States, or?
I'm in Barcelona right now.
In Barcelona.
Yeah.
One of the nicest cities, bro.
Exactly.
You chilling at the MoMA?
Exactly. You mean Makba?
Makba,
Yeah, that's right around the corner from my crib.
Yeah. Museum of Modern Arts.
Yeah, it's Makba out there, yeah.
But you see how all these Americans, we living in Europe, man.
Yeah.
We're moving out, man.
How come you decided to move to Europe? What was the deal?
I mean, it's a couple reasons, and it wasn't like, oh, I had to get out of here. Yeah, but what it was that I like to move around, and you have more accessibility to move from place to place in Europe. You don't have to go across the seas to go find different culture, different language, whatever. Where I lived in Germany and Berlin, I could literally ride my bike to Poland. And just in that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it'll be a whole different culture, whole different language, different foods, different people. And I like that. I like to be able to do this. I like to be able to fly over here to Croatia for a few days, go back, or I could even fly anywhere for the day, or if I feel bored, I could jump on the train and go to Paris from Barcelona, or go from Berlin to Amsterdam the same time it would take me to get to Virginia or somewhere else back in the States.
Yep.
So that's what it was more about for me. I like to travel around, and I like to challenge myself to learn new things and be in uncomfortable positions, because that's why I take a cold shower every day, because it's uncomfortable. And if you could put up with the uncomfortable things, it trains your mind to be more ready and get stressed less, because you already know what it feels like to be uncomfortable. Because most situations, whether it be fear, hatred, misunderstanding, it's just uncomfortable. So I try to teach myself to be uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
To grow strong mentality, basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
Struggle equals success.
And people avoid that, man. People avoid to get uncomfortable.
And that's why you have everybody trying to hack this, everybody trying to do this, everybody trying to do that, because there's no shortcuts.
None.
No.
And then when they do it, being a coward is easy.
Yeah.
Just let's say that.
And the
Being a
shortcut
coward
will
is
lead you to a longer
easy.
road. Yeah. And the shortcut leads you to a longer road in the end. And I got just two more questions, really quick questions, just before we go. So I really wanted to know, I've been in the drum and bass scene myself. I was an MC on drum and bass.
Okay, cool.
And you had a song with Camo and Crooked called Set It Off.
Yeah, that was recently.
Yeah, it was recent. That was like a really big song in the drum and bass community.
Yeah, it's still big, actually.
Yeah, like pretty much every drum and bass, a lot of drum and bass DJs that I know, they really bumped that track on their gig.
Right.
I really loved it. So how did it come to?
I mean, I've always been involved with drum and bass and stuff like that since the Dillinger days. You know, I know all of those dudes. Dillinger, Ronnie Size is my man. Shout out to Ronnie. I've been on that. Like I've been traveling here for 30 years. So I know all of the dudes, Goldie, those are all the homies. So I've been involved with drum and bass, and I did something with Kabuki before. Like I said, Dillinger did a remix of my joint way back in the days in the 90s. So yeah, I've been involved with that. So I had just met the guys. We talked because they wanted me to do a thing. And I also be a Sun and Bass. Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, see, if you like drum and bass, then you should go to Sun and Bass. It's a joint that happens in Italy.
Yeah.
In Sardinia. And it's like a whole week almost of just and it's just on the beach, and it's like these floating parties that go from different venues from the morning to the night. Like you could perform on the beach in the morning, and in the night somebody's performing at the club, then it's a party over here, then it's a picnic at the mansion, and it's fly. So I've done that a few times. I think I was the first hip hop act to do that. Then I brought the Beat Nuts with me the next year. But it's so all of those my guy DJ B-Sides from London, excuse me, and it's a lot of dudes. What's my other homie? Like, yeah, I know all of the drum and bass scene. So when Camo Crooked asked me to do it, I was like, cool, let's do it. You know what I mean? And I always like to challenge myself. I like to show people that lyrically, I'm the best. I can rock on anything, a country beat, an opera beat, whatever kind of beat it is. The very first type of beat I tried to do something with Tiesto, which is not drum and bass, but still.
Yeah. Tiesto, wow.
Yeah, I had recorded a joint with Tiesto, and I wasn't that good at it because I wasn't really feeling it the way, because and it wasn't because it was anything wrong with what he was doing, but my mind state was just in a different place, and what I thought the music should be, And I had to learn to just do what I'ma do. Not trying to feel the vibe of them, to put my vibe on what they're doing.
I feel like one of the reasons that song really popped as well is because drum and bass is really a genre that really appreciates high levels of skill and technicality as well. So I think you fit in right there.
A lot of fast rapping motherfuckers. And that's one thing I didn't want to do.
Okay.
I don't want to because then everybody starts kind of sounding the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody start kind of,
You just came through being Jeru.
And as I always do. You know what I mean? That's my formula for success in life. Just be me. And I'm pretty good at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good at being me. So, yeah, it was dope, though. Shout out to Cameron Crooked. Super nice guys. I just like to have fun. I'm just living life and having fun. I'm 52 years old. I'm from the homicide capital of America when I was growing up, East New York, Brooklyn. Yeah. And I'm all around the world doing all types of crazy James Bond shit. So... You know, that's where I'm at right now.
That's really cool, Jeru. You actually kind of already anticipated my last question. It was just for the young people listening right now. So we've talked about the industry. We've talked about your longevity. We talked about your whole roadmap in music. What do you think if you met young Jeru right now, what would you have told him?
Learn when to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Basically, that's it. Sometimes, you know, when I was younger, I had something called the arrogance of ignorance. When you think you more than you think you know more than you actually know. And sometimes you gotta really be quiet. You know, you can't let them. Sun Tzu said deception is the art of war. I wasn't deceptive enough at many times because I was honest, I was truthful, I was ideal. So I would just tell myself, look, slow down, chill, pay attention, be alert, like my mother used to always say. I do it more now that I'm older and I had to, but you know what? But I'm glad the things happen the way they are because it made me who I am. So I would tell young Jeru, just, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right, man. Just, that's it. Because I wouldn't want to change that. I wouldn't want to change who I am today. I'm a great person for me. You know, and I'm glad I hit those bumps and bruises because they humbled me. They taught me lessons that who knows where I would be if I would have went a different direction. I might be dead. I might be addicted to drugs. Yeah. You know, I might have 1,000 kids or somebody trying to sue me or AIDS or anything. You don't know. So you got to take your bumps and bruises and look at them as lessons. You know, and that's what I do. I look at it as lessons. So I would just tell myself, man, you're gonna be all right. In 2024, in 2023, you're going to be sitting in a radio station in Croatia, in Zagreb. You good. You good.
Jeru, thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you for having me, brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Jewel, man.
So cool.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Sonny, as well. You know, I hope I don't look crazy. I've been holding this headset on with one arm up there. When you wear hats, it's, you know, like this, it's hard to put headphones on.
No, you good, brother.
It's all good, bro. and we heard so much cool stuff today from you, so we're blessed.
Man, and I'm blessed. And I just want to say before I go to all the people out there, you know, just know that, you know, things get hard, but you just got to keep pushing. You know, and you only fail when you give up.
That's right.
If you never quit, you never lose.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Law averages say you're going to get it at least once.
The law numbers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Jeru. Peace. Hvala vam svima što ste slušali ovdje na 102,5. Nastavljamo sa još malo hip-hopa do kraja. DJ Premier i Common isto imaju novi single In Mo i onda Lord Scope, Pimp Sucks, Beam, Foo i tako dalje. Hvala vam na pozornosti. Jeru, thank you one more time.
Thank you once again for having me.
And
brother.
Shout out Phat Phillie as well, who made
Shout out. You're always welcome, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Peace and love.